The Bricks Minifigs CEO went on a podcast live stream last night, answered a ton of questions and continued to lie. Now I'll leave a link to that full podcast down in the description. Now I don't know these guys, I've never watched these guys, but I do think sometimes they were a little bit soft and overly agreed with him. I know that can be a tactic to get him on side so you can ask him difficult questions, but I just don't think they were stern enough or put their opinion across enough, because at the end of the day, that was your chance to sit down with the CEO and grill him for what he's done. But if the CEO of Bricks Minifigs wants to come on this channel for an interview, by all means come over. I can send you the list of questions I'm going to give you. If you then decide you don't want to answer some, that's absolutely fine, but I will give you a fair platform to answer some of these questions, but I will still be firm. Now if you do go on to enjoy this video, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, drop a hype, and let's get into some of these crazy answers that the CEO had. Now I want to start with one of the things he actually brought up during the live stream, and that is that his job is to look out for the brand. Well, if your job's to look out for the brand, you've done a very bad job. I do think at the end of this, he may step down as CEO, and I think Bricks Minifigs may rebrand to something else just to get away from that name, as it is being dragged through the mud right now. Because if he's saying that's his job to look out for the brand, then what are you doing in that position? Because you've not done that at all. If anything, you have buried it deeper and deeper underground. One of the questions that came from the viewers was, why wasn't the stuff returned right at the start? Now he replied with, we didn't know about the arrangement at the start, and he said he didn't have the inventory that was claimed to be there. So talking about the inventory, why will you not show the inventory list that you have? Just seems a little bit strange that you won't come out and publicly show that when you keep claiming that it wasn't there. And how can you come out and say that you didn't know about it from the start, where there is literal video evidence of someone from corporate called Kai, who was high up, that took full responsibility of passing on that consignment to the new owners. So some from corporate and the new owners both knew about the consignment agreement, and it's on video. Like, what else is there to say? Why do you just keep lying? What is the point in lying? What do you think is going to achieve? There is video evidence. And that was Ben's first question as well. He asked, if you guys didn't know about the consignment when the store was being taken over, why is there security footage that shows otherwise? And his reply to Ben's version of the question, there was a support employee, he then called them a low-level employee, that made that throwaway comment, and he doesn't have the authority to do so. Well, according to Ben, he completely lied, because the person that is talking was Kai, someone quite high up in corporate. He then admits that it was verbally agreed that they would take on that consignment, but then states there was no legal agreement. He then continues waffling and just says he can't speak about it anymore because of legalities. He then blames the previous owner and said that she took it all. But the big question is, why did you then post it and advertise it? Because if you didn't agree to that, then why would you start trying to sell it? That part makes absolutely zero sense, and from a business perspective, it's just another one of the continued lies that you're just getting yourself stuck in. Then another question was, if Crystal took all the Lego and the store was empty, how did she have metadata timestamp pictures and videos of the sets in the store at the time she was kicked out? Now his response here is actually laughable, because that is actual metadata linked to the file. You cannot fake this, you cannot disprove this, this is an actual fact. He then said those photos were taken from the 2023 social media posts promoting the product. So you've just admitted you promoted the inventory that was given to you as a consignment. Brother, please stop digging yourself a bigger hole. You've just admitted to promoting and advertising a consignment that you didn't apparently agree with and that you don't do, even though the franchise agreement says that you do consignments. He then goes on to say that he hasn't even seen the pictures. I genuinely do not think there is any saving Bricks Minifigs or this man's job at this point. And then it was asked why, if consignments aren't allowed, was it in the franchise agreement that they are allowed? He just dodged the question, didn't really answer it, and just started waffling on about something else. But one other thing I want to touch on is right at the start of his statement, which I will leave the statement at the end of this video for you guys to watch. He apologizes to the Mansell family for them being in this situation. Is it me, or have you just admitted to everything that has been going on? Why would you apologize for something that you said you didn't do, you didn't agree to, and have no involvement in? I wouldn't apologize for something I haven't done. You've been caught out, this is blown up way bigger than you ever thought was possible, and now you're trying to save face, even though throughout the whole interview afterwards, you just lied. Now in Reckless Ben's reaction to this, he did go on to say that part 3 has a lot in it, and they are now trying to arrest him for felonies, which is something I'm not too aware aware of in the UK because it's a very different law system to us, but they are accusing him of making some horrendous claims that he was going to do some awful things to the people in the shop and to the shop itself, which we know for a fact from the video evidence. I know that has been edited, so he could have cut that bit out, but he said he sent that all to the police, the raw footage. So let's be honest, based on all this, we know Ben is not lying. And if he is, then, well, that's a different matter. But let's be honest, he's not. And he never said those horrible things that this CEO is claiming. Now, I don't want to get demonetized on my channel in any sort of trouble, so I can't mention the things that were being said, but just know what has been said is horrendous. And it's also a damn right lie. They're just trying to silence him and silence everyone. And that is why I continue to make these videos, because I do not want this to disappear. I want justice, because in the Lego community, trust is the biggest thing, especially with reselling. I go to Lego events all the time where you have traders full of old retired Lego sets. If I went there not trusting that they're selling me the right product, or they're lying about what's in it, or they're lying about where they got it from, because imagine that was someone's stuff they'd stolen, they'd sold it to me, and then I'm now in possession of those goods. It just wouldn't sit right with me, and it wouldn't sit right with all of you guys either. That's why there's this big uproar right now. So continue to spread this video and this message everywhere, guys. Like I said, I'll keep you updated every day with the situation as it progresses. This is not going away, this is not going anywhere, and I want to make sure that the real victims get what they deserve. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, drop a hype. That spreads it further out into the community. So if you do have any hypes left, you get 3 a week, so I'd appreciate it if you could hype it once, twice, 3 times, up to you. But yeah, let's keep spreading this message, and I'll see you guys next time.
So, yes, my name is Amnon McNeff, and you'll forgive me. I am reading this so that the statement can be clear and concise, but I'm CEO of Bricks Minifigs. And I want to speak directly, not through a blog post, not through an email, just directly to anyone following what's happened in Salem, Oregon. To the Mansell family, I am sorry that you are in this position. A family that loved Lego and trusted someone with their collection deserves better than what happened. That has always been our position, and it has not changed. Here is where we stand today. We want to hear from you directly. We want to help facilitate a resolution of this through the proper channels, and that has not changed. We are willing to sit down with you with a professional mediator, one you're comfortable with, bring the consignment agreement you and the previous owner of the Salem, Oregon store created, bring your inventory list, bring whatever documentation you have, and we're not asking for perfection, we're asking for cooperation. We will bring everything we have too, and we will go through it together. We want to see this resolved. Brian, that's it. That's the offer. A mediator, a table, documentation, and a genuine effort to get your family to a fair place. No cameras, no stunts, no manufactured drama, just a real conversation. Now, I want to speak to the Lego community and our franchise family. There are more than 300 beloved Bricks Minifigs locations across this country and Canada. Almost every single one of them is owned and operated by local families. Moms, dads, Lego fans, people who invested their savings and their hearts into building something for their community. None of them had anything to do with what happened in Salem. And yet their stores have been review bombed, their employees, some of them teenagers working their first jobs, have been cornered, recorded, and harassed. Their families have been frightened. Many of our locations have received bomb threats, extensive hate mail, and death threats. Family members have been confronted. Innocent, hardworking people are being hurt, no doubt incited by online profiteers. I want every one of our franchise owners to hear this directly from me. I see you. I'm sorry you're carrying this. You did nothing wrong, and you did not deserve what has been directed at you. We are here for you, and we are not going anywhere. To the customers and partners we love and who have stood by their local Bricks and Minifigs store through all of this, thank you. You are the reason these families keep showing up every day and why they keep doing what they do for you. To the Lego community, we deeply regret the confusion and toxicity that has been created by a few, and I'm here to say that we hear you and understand why the one-sided narrative may have led you to outrage. The facts are becoming clear, and the whole and real truth is unfolding. And at this time, I want to acknowledge that we are striving to refine our processes, and we have a renewed commitment to excellence for the benefit of all. And everyone else watching, if you genuinely care about the Mansell family getting a fair outcome, the best thing you can do right now is encourage Brian to come to the table. Brian, please join us at the table to work this out. We're ready when you are to find a solution. Thanks, Sean, and for letting me do that. And I really need to get that off my chest.